name is Zach Macklovitch. I'm an owner of Saintwoods, Apartment 200, Montreal and Toronto, Suwu, École Privée, as well as a couple other businesses we're working on. My background and connection from Montreal is simple. I am born and raised Montrealer through and through. I think the city as a whole is pretty special. Definitely my favorite city in Canada, of course. But yeah, if I had to pick one neighborhood, it would be the Plateau, followed closely by Pointe Claire, which was where I was born. Now, what about Dagwoods or Subways? I mean, Dagwoods is the Montreal brand, so I would be on brand on saying Dagwoods. I just haven't had a Dagwoods sandwich in like 6 years, and there's Subway across the street from our office, so I'm a liar. No, I would say Dagwoods probably. Saintwoods actually started at McGill. Shout out McGill, although I'm from Concordia. But Saintwoods started at McGill's. 4 guys from Ontario moved to Montreal and started throwing probably some of the most interesting parties this city had ever seen to date. You know, they were taking inspiration from Under Pressure. They were taking inspiration from the growth of electronic music at the time, and were really influential to the introduction of electronic music into today's college market, like you would now expect it to be, whether it be in froshes or in community events. Our whole idea for getting together was that we wanted to challenge people and create social experiments or social experiences that people weren't expecting. You know what I mean? I think that both myself and Nathan always had a love for music, art, fashion, culture, and wanted to find ways to work in that field without having a boss. And here we are. I think Saintwoods is a reflection of Montreal's vibe, by the sense that it is ever changing, and it's got its own personality, and it's not one thing. It's a mixing of a bunch of things, you know. Like, it is all these different moving pieces together, you know. And I think that what we're lucky and what we try and push at Saintwoods is that we're not just doing one thing. We're not here for one kind of music. We're not here for one designer or one look. It's like it's that experience of all of these different cultures and pinpoints together that I think allows Saintwoods to be interesting, and probably how we reflect Montreal the most. I mean, it depends the time of day. No, I think backwoods or joints. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Nate rolls a far better backwoods than I do, so I can't, if I had to pick, I'm probably gonna roll a joint. It's gonna be a nice joint, but like, maybe joints for me. I don't know, the nightlife. How does nightlife play a role in Saintwoods? I mean, we started off as guys who were throwing parties and like getting people together, and I think that like nightlife is not what it used to be. It doesn't need to have like a negative connotation to it. I think that with the way social media works today and the way that people are getting together, like nightclubs and nightlife are one of the only true places with like human interaction where you can like bump into someone or meet someone you haven't seen before. Like, that's becoming harder and harder today, and I think that like nightlife gets away your inhibitions. It puts you in a room there where you're uncomfortable, you're listening to songs you may or may not know, meeting people that have come from different walks of life. Like, nightlife is like that melting pot that allows the things that we do to breathe and live and develop the flavors that they do. So I mean, nightlife is the stage that we set where we're able to tell the stories that we want us to, like, you know, tell. What can you expect next from Saintwoods and myself? We recently soft launched our vodka. You can expect an official release of that in 2019. Really hoping this bar in LA gets locked down and opened up in 2019 as well. Looking at more projects in Canada for sure. So hopefully you can hold your breath for those. Gonna have 2 or 3 more drops, some major collaborations coming out in 2019, and I'm personally gonna be speaking quite a bit more. The first talk I'm most excited about is definitely gonna be at EMC coming up this February. So I'm already working on my subjects, working on my topics, trying to formulate my ideas, but I haven't been this excited for an opportunity to speak in front of a group of people in a long time, and I hope that everyone else is excited as I am, because I think we're gonna have some fun.